So it's been about 6 weeks since I last reported on the LY161, and she's gotten a few updates. I did most of the updates I had planned on doing. Some things I didn't do, like the light bar. And I decided to post it for sale. It had a lot of interest, but I've been driving it as a daily, and I really enjoy it, and I just don't know if I have the heart to sell it. I'm still kind of torn just because of its size. It's not that large. It's the size of I'd say between a Tacoma and a Tundra. But as you can see, I was able to restore all the stickers. I put 30 by 9.5 by 15-inch tires and iron alloy wheels. We have some Bilstein shocks back there. So it rides a little nicer. The torsion bar has been adjusted. Had to do some cutaways to eliminate the rubbing. It only rubs if there's a lot of people. If I have 4 people in the cab and I really get aggressive driving. Obviously took the canopy off, and I also cut a lot of the framing down. I'll put the andon light back on, so it's a service light. What else have I done? And I think we're gonna go into stage 2. Oh, I put the spotlight, which is really bright at night, which is pretty cool. So that's where we are. That's the update on the truck for the outside. And the next step is, like I said, I think I'm going to keep it, and I'm going to cut away all the framing. It's really cool, but it's just not functional. And I don't need to go around. If I was just doing parades and stuff, that'd be one thing, but I use this as a daily driver, and I wanted to be able to do dump runs and stuff. So I'm going to cut all this framing off. I'm going to take the seats out, the baskets out, the rack out, and cut right across where it was meant to be. I'm going to use those lights and remount them, remount the license plate. Sorry for the plane. And it should look pretty cool from the back. I get all kinds of comments. I have people take pictures at stoplights as I'm going through. Like I'm just literally stopped and people are freaking out. It's been awesome. It polished right up. It's got 12, maybe 13,000 miles on it now. And where are you going to find a truck that's got that low mileage? It's very different. When I had my Acti, everybody would tell me, "Oh, I saw you driving around town." No, you didn't. I wasn't driving. There's 9,000 Actis. There aren't 9,000 of these things hanging around. And I can fit my whole family in it. I switched most of the LEDs out. I put the original, not the original, but I bought one of the volunteer firefighter emblems that would normally be on it in the spots. And I think that's really it for the front. Switching to the interior, I kept the interior pretty stock, except I did throw a couple boxes, some speaker boxes back there that I can very easily remove if I need the space. Everything else was pretty much in good shape. I really haven't scrubbed the interior like I had plans to yet. It's on the list. I did install, I put a double din stereo in. So it's right there. And when I start it, it has a Toyota startup screen, and it has the truck picture as the background. And I modified this box. If you saw my first video, I had fit the siren controller in. The siren controller ended up not working. I have a buddy trying to fix it, so I hope to put it back. Temporarily, I just put the original radio there just as a placeholder. And then I have the cup holders. I have the little tray and the cup holders. And then obviously, I want to be able to have the siren. It will just be cool to be able to use the intercom and pump music through it. I did replace the speakers. There was not a speaker here, so I had to install one, and I replaced the other one on the other side. I don't know if I mentioned it in the other video, but this truck has power windows, which is like unheard of. It doesn't have AC, and most of them don't. There's a couple floating around that have AC. However, this is power windows, and the windows are awesome. And that's the other thing I added. I added an ETC, even though technically a fire truck would not have an ETC reader. it's still pretty cool to have the little Japanese. So for those who don't know, ETC reader is like a toll reader. So you got the Toyota screen, the wallpaper. That's hard. It runs super well. You can barely hear the motor when you're driving. I was gonna put the sound insulation in, sound deadening, but it's been quiet. I don't know if I need to. So there's not a ton of updates I plan to do in here. Even the steering wheel is nice. I could put like a racing one, but having the big wheel just makes it super fun. So far, here's the stuff that I've yanked off. Obviously the wheels, and the grinder was my best friend. Sawzall too for some tight spots, but that's all the extra material I have. And like I said, more will be coming off.